You know that constant nagging pressure? That feeling in the back of your mind that you have to make sure everything goes exactly to plan? Well, what if the secret to finally releasing all that tension wasn't about getting more control, but actually less? Today, we're gonna dive into the art of letting go.
I mean, you know the feeling, right? You've got it all mapped out. Every single detail is perfect in your head, but then life just doesn't cooperate. It feels like you're trying to push this giant boulder up a hill and you're giving it everything you've got, but it just keeps rolling back down. It's so frustrating, it's exhausting, and honestly, it can feel like you're in a fight you were never meant to win.
But what if I told you the real source of all that stress isn't really the world at all? What if it's coming from a little character that lives inside your head? A character who's trying to direct this massive, complicated play, but forgot to give anyone else the script. So yeah, let's meet this character. We're gonna call them the scriptwriter. This is that part of us, and we all have it, that genuinely believes it knows exactly how every single scene of our life is supposed to play out. And you know, this isn't a new problem. Ancient Taoist wisdom has been talking about this for centuries. This deep struggle that comes from trying to force our own rigid plans onto the natural, messy flow of life. Okay, to make this really hit home, let's put a face to the name. Meet Tom. Tom is the ultimate scriptwriter. I mean, before his day even starts, he's already written a super detailed screenplay in his mind for how everything is gonna go, from landing a promotion all the way down to his morning commute. And just look at how specific Tom's script is. This isn't just about general hopes and dreams. No. He's planned out the timing of a promotion, the exact reaction he wants on a date, even the flow of traffic on the way home. There is absolutely zero room for improvisation here.
Which, of course, brings us to the big, inevitable question. Because if there's one thing we all know for sure, it's that life, well, it almost never follows our script. So, what happens to poor Tom when reality decides to go off book?
Well, he completely falls apart. The promotion gets delayed, so he ends up arguing with his boss. His date doesn't laugh right on cue, so things get super awkward. He hits traffic, and next thing you know, he's screaming at his windshield. The result? He's in this constant state of war with the world, and it is leaving him totally, completely drained and miserable. Okay, so that sounds pretty bleak, I know, but here's the good news. There is such a powerful alternative. What if we just stopped trying to be the scriptwriter? What if we started seeing life for what it really is? One giant, unpredictable improv show. So let's introduce our other character, our hero in this story, Jerry, the improviser. And the difference between them, really, it all comes down to their fundamental mindset. Tom demands that life conforms to his script. But Jerry steps onto the stage of life every morning knowing that literally anything can happen, and he's actually ready to play along.
And here's the real game changer, how they react. When some unexpected twist gets thrown their way, Tom fights it. He tries to wrestle reality back into submission, to force it back on script. Jerry does the exact opposite. He just accepts the new information, he adapts his plan, and then he builds on it.
And this, right here, this is the bottom line. Tom's path, fighting everything, it only leads to constant exhaustion. It's a fight he can never, ever win. But Jerry's path, that leads to resilience. What Tom sees as a complete disaster, Jerry just sees as the start of a new adventure. So how in the world does Jerry do it? What's his secret? Well, he lives by the golden rule of improv comedy, and it's this incredibly powerful mindset that we can all adopt. It's called yes and. And the concept is just, it's so beautifully simple. The yes part doesn't mean you have to like what's happening. Not at all. It just means you acknowledge that it is happening. You accept the reality of it without wasting all that energy fighting it. The and part, that's where your power comes back. That's your conscious choice about what you are going to do next.
Let's see how this works in real life. Okay, picture this. You're stuck in horrible traffic. Instead of fuming and honking, you just start with yes. Okay, yes, I am in traffic. You accept it. Then comes the magic part, the and. And I'm going to use this extra time to finally listen to that explainer I've been saving. See? You just turned pure frustration into an opportunity.
When you start applying yes and to your life, this really profound shift starts to happen. You go from fighting the current to actually flowing with it. This is the heart of the Taoist idea of Wu Wei, effortless action. And this, my friends, is the true art of letting go. Now, I really want to make this clear because it's so important. Letting go is not passive. It's not about giving up or just letting things happen to you. It's an active, powerful choice to trade in your rigid, fragile script for the strong, resilient skill of improvisation. I think this just says it all, perfectly. You can't be the scriptwriter for the entire universe. Trying to do that will only break your spirit. But you can always be the improviser of your own life. And that's where your real, true power lies.
So I want to leave you with this one question. What is one script, just one, that you've been clinging to that you could maybe let go of today? Maybe it's something small, like how a meeting is supposed to go, or how a tough conversation should unfold. What would happen if, just for today, you decided to drop the script and just say yes and to whatever comes next?